Coming up next is Brawl News number
112.
We're going to talk about the return of Brock Lesnar to the WWE and who he may be bringing with him. Also, we're going to talk about Kurt Angle's mom and how she lost a whole bunch of money in one of the oldest scams in the world. We're also going to talk about FCW and developmental changes, and we're going to mark the passing of a great in professional wrestling. All that and more coming right up.
It used to be Frightened Wrestling. Now it's all just BRAWLN news. Whatever.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we weave web in a windstorm. BRAWLN News, episode 112. Approval to punch.
Fight! 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 Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video. It's time for
BRAWLN News!
BRAWLN News! And BRAWLN News is coming from this place, Alternate Reality, located at the intersection of Arnold Everything Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. And it is very beautiful.
We love to brawl.
No, it's not. People are throwing up outside right now.
And BRAWLN.
Alternate Reality, where all my new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. Oh, Bo?
Yes.
We saw WrestleMania together, you and I.
Yes.
And we were waiting for the arrival of someone who never showed up at WrestleMania.
What?
But there was well, wasn't so much tease, but it was on the internet that maybe, possibly, probably he was going to show up. And of course, the person we're talking about is
Brock Lesnar!
Brock Lesnar. Here comes the pain, who's leaving MMA because he can't take the pain near.
Well, he retired from MMA.
He's got to take it easy at the WWE.
Yeah, he retired from MMA due to his constant bouts with diverticulitis. They had a little business deal working out where he was, one of the greatest superstars of the decade. Lesnar showed up in Miami on Thursday. Now, no one in the WWE wanted everybody to know this. The problem is, there's these things known as airplanes.
Yes.
And they land at airports. And people walking through the airports usually have cameras on their phones.
Let me get a phone. Let me get a pen.
Right. And so, someone took a picture of him at the airport. And then
Somebody take notes.
They said, why is he in Florida? In fact, why is he in Miami?
Ding!
And it's WrestleMania weekend.
In Florida. Wow.
So the assumption was he was going to pop up sometime during the Hell in a Cell match, but they figured, why screw that up? So they wanted him to show up the next night on Raw to begin the New Year thing and start setting up next year's WrestleMania already. Yeah, they're doing it 2 years in a row. He signed a one-year deal with the WWE. It's going to have him wrestle. It's going to have him make at least 30 to 40 appearances during that time period, but there may be more depending on how he feels about all this, because Lesnar spends most of his time living and working on his farm in Minnesota. And that's where he works. Now, the deal's worth about $5 million.
Well, if he has something better to do in Minnesota on a farm.
Well, he's got a wife, and he's got some kids.
Oh,
and he's got a working farm. And, he actually works the farm. He doesn't have people working for him. Now, for those of you
put
going...
me to sleep with your
What
problems.
does he grow? Lollipops, gumdrops?
Well, whatever the hell they grow in Minnesota. Probably
he just drives the tractor up and down. He pretends like he's doing something.
Now, for those of you wondering, well, if Lesnar's there, can Paul Heyman be that far behind?
Why would Paul Heyman be that far
because
behind?
Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar are more or less joined at the hip. Paul Heyman
when did this happen?
happened to have co-written Lesnar's autobiography, Death Clutch, and he's sort of been his unofficial advisor because he and Heyman really got it off. And Lesnar doesn't have a lot of people, so you're going, where's Heyman going to be? Heyman is probably going to pop up in the WWE at some point because they want some TV faces on with the network, and they want some more commentators hanging around.
That's a WWE network they're still threatening us with.
Well,
right?
it actually pops up in November, but
yeah, they're threatening it now in November.
But they want a mouthpiece. They may want someone to talk for him, and so Heyman is probably going to wander back to the WWE because
threatened men live long, WWE.
Because Stephanie McMahon spends most of her time hanging out with the kids, and she was the biggest thing against it. Yeah. Vince McMahon likes him. Triple H likes him. And Heyman has never said he didn't want to come back. And there are people with the WWE who are really going, please, Paul, come back. So he'll probably hang out at the WWE.
Well! Meanwhile, not at the WWE. Is he still over at
He's
TNA?
still in TNA.
Over at TNA, Kurt Angle's mom got in the ring and got the crap beat out of her. Kurt Angle's mom...
That sounds cool.
...was the victim of a phone scam that set her back how much?
$4 grand.
$4 grand!
For those of you who follow...
Hello, I need you to send me a check to Ethiopia.
Please hold on. Please hold.
This is Prince Habuk of Ethiopia.
About 6 to 8 months ago, you were getting these too. You got a couple of these too. The people who were sending you emails saying that a friend of yours is in jail in another country and needs to be bailed out, and you really need to send money to this account and get them out.
Dear friend.
Right.
Good luck. Love, Comic Book Man.
Well... They didn't go on the internet because his mom's pretty old, but they called her on the phone and they told her the sad story about her grandson who's locked up in the Dominican Republic, and she needed to send the money to get out. She sent them the $4 grand. She sent them a cashier's check for the $4 grand, And then she got another phone call asking her for another $4,000.
Mom, what are you doing?
And then all of a sudden Kurt found out about this, and they talked to the grandson. And the grandson hadn't been in the Dominican Republic for like a year now. And so if Kurt ever goes to the Dominican Republic, somebody's in really some serious trouble.
Mom, how can you fall for this?
Well, he figures that the only people who would have gotten the phone would have to be somebody who lives in Pittsburgh, where his mom lives.
I let
and
the
so
nice man in to check the gas meter.
And yeah, and that's an old folks scam. So yeah, his mom got scammed for $4 grand.
Yeah, we're here to check the gas meter. I'm going to go upstairs and check the gas meter with you while our friends.
Well, my partner's around the corner rifling through the house. Yeah.
Great. We're getting old enough. We're going to be getting up there pretty soon. We can be doing that shit.
I don't even open it. Jehovah's Witnesses knock on my door. I just look through the door and go, yeah.
Yeah, he's at
That's what it was.
It's that religious guy to talk about his church again.
Right.
Don't answer the door.
What does it have $4 to send somebody?
I look through the people and go, oh, them. Yeah, okay.
FCW developmental over at the WWE. There's been changes going on. What's going on with FCW?
Well, first they thought that FCW Florida Championship Wrestling was closing. Now we're kind of getting a hint that Florida Championship Wrestling is not going to close. No. But what they're going to do is they're going to take wrestlers that are pretty close.
They're going to make their name more easier to enunciate. For
FCW, I always call it. But they figure they're going to take some of the people in the developmental league who happen to be a little further along than others, and they're going to move them to Stamford, Connecticut.
Yes.
Where they would be overseen by new talent relations head.
We sort of talked about this
Canyon
before.
Seaman. That's his name. He's a professional volleyball guy.
I thought Canyon was dead.
No, Canyon Seaman, not Chris.
What is this? His best friend?
This is some
Chris Canyon's friend.
This is
Canyon
a guy
Seaman.
who won apparently medals in volleyball. Is actually a relatively well-known guy.
The reason they were best friends is the reason he's called Canyon Seaman.
So
you know Chris Canyon.
Nothing to do with Chris Canyon. He doesn't even know who the hell Chris Canyon is.
His son's named Facebook.
What about Canyon?
Not him. We're talking about the dead.
Yes. Well, he could have had a friend who's
He's
still alive.
Dead,
called
and it's
Canyon
not
Seaman.
Canyon Seaman.
Is he a naval?
Terry?
Is he a naval man?
No. Terry Taylor and possibly David Finley will be running the
Does he have a milky
Stanford
white
committee.
complexion?
Quit talking about the dead guy. It's insulting.
Is it?
To the dead guy.
Good.
You think we're going to laugh about you when you drop
Oh,
dead?
God, I hope so.
Oh, yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, we probably are.
I hope so, because I'm laughing right now.
But see, the problem is we're leading into this depressing story at the end.
Well,
and
yes.
You've ruined the moment.
Yes, I have.
Ruined it!
Once again, I've ruined the moment. So,
let's
bring us all down. Let me bring you all down. This is where you roll in the organ music.
Okay.
Hi, friends.
No.
Joseph Scott.
Our last story.
Fade to black.
Our last story involves. Our last story involves a passing of an old-time wrestler who was a Hall of Famer and one of the greats of wrestling, not just WWE but wrestling in general, and that of course is
Joseph Scarpa, otherwise known as Chief J. Strongbow.
Chief J. Strongbow.
He passed away about a couple of days ago at the ripe old age of 83.
Do you know what he died of?
Old age. 83 years old.
Man, you are just like ABC News with
old age.
What he died of?
Man,
Old age.
He was
Thank
83,
you.
My dad's 83.
And you give me crap about Canyon Seaman.
83 years old. He's old.
Well, I hope he passed quietly and with no problems.
And if you go
and our condolences go out to his family and loved ones.
Yeah, if you go to the WWE website, there is a video tribute there to Chief J. Strongbow.
Yes. Thank you, Chief J, for all your years of entertainment that you gave us.
You might get a $10 salute on Raw this week, or at least you definitely get a graphic. I don't know if you got a graphic on SmackDown last night. I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Okay, and that's it. We're done with Finisher Rob here. We got no more BRAWLN news, but go to the store's website. Check out all of his BRAWLN news. He sends Matt posts up. Where is it?
I don't know.
It's the partially hydrogenated part of a complete breakfast. www.myalternatereality.com.
So stop off the store's website and check out all of his news. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Daniel Bryan, who has a brand new yes shirt available at WWE.com. Thank you, Florida, for giving him some cash.
Yes, what?
Yes.
Yes, what?
That's his chant.
And he has a new what available?
T-shirt.
T-shirt, thank you. That's what I was trying to get out. Because nobody can understand what word you said.
Yes!
Yes. So.
Yes!
He's very excited.
Yes!
No. Bye. Lots of stores can make lots of claims about themselves, but only I can make the claim that nobody has ever paid full price for a new comic here at Alternate Reality. Since 1994, every new comic that's walked out the door has been discounted 15% off. So if you want to save 15% off your new comics, there's only one place to come, and that's Alternate Reality.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.